to an individual. Those selected are people of national or international stature who have made extraordinary contributions in a variety of ways, particularly in the fields of public affairs, humanities and the arts, the sciences, education, business and philanthropy, and service to humanity. Today we have the distinct pleasure of recognizing the many accomplishments and contributions of Dr. John Carlos by awarding him an Honorary Doctor of Letters degree. John Carlos is an Olympic sprinter, an author, a human rights activist, and a former student of this university. He is a member of the USA Track and Field Hall of Fame and the California Sports Hall of Fame, and also the recipient of an Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters from San Jose State University. As a youth growing up in Harlem, New York, John Carlos was a gifted athlete with an undiagnosed case of dyslexia. He more than compensated for his learning difference by becoming a gifted communicator and a student who was heavily influenced by his parents, who impressed upon him the value of hard work, determination, and sacrifice. During his year at A&M Commerce, Carlos helped lead his team to the 1967 Lone Star Conference Track and Field Championship by winning the 100-yard dash in 9.5 seconds, the 220-yard dash in a conference record 21.0 seconds, and anchoring the winning mile relay team with a 46.6-second 440-yard relay leg. His track and field career went on to become something of legend, including the bronze medal in the 200 meters in the 1968 Olympics. In 1969 and 70, he was recognized by Track and Field News as the world's fastest human for his worldwide dominance as a sprinter. His impressive list of firsts includes being the first man in history to run 200 meters in 19.7 seconds, the 100 yards in 9.0, and the 100 meter in 9.9. as well as the 200 meter in 20.0, all on the same day. He is the first man in history to win the NCAA Sprint Grand Slam. Following Carlos's illustrious career in track and field, he went on to author 2 books, the first entitled Why, written with C.D. Jackson, and The John Carlos Story, written with David Zirin. The latter was nominated in 2012 for an NAACP Image Award. Today, John Carlos is actively involved with global and community human rights involvements and works tirelessly to promote education and equal opportunity for all people every day of his life as he lectures and speaks to thousands of groups around the world. John is being honored today not only for his excellence in athletics, but also for his commitment to human rights and equal opportunity for all. We are all honored to have him with us today and to now be a part of the history of Texas A&M University Commerce. Dr. Carlos, will you please join me at the podium? It is indeed my privilege to honor you today and to present to you an honorary doctoral degree. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Honorary Doctor of Letters with all of the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I would now like to call upon Vice Chancellor Ashley and Provost Lemansky to hood Dr. Carlos.
God that I know is a beautiful God, blessed by the best I am today. Let's start by saying it's a great honor to come back to your history, to come back to East Texas State, better known as Texas A&M of Commerce. I'm so happy to return. 44 years ago I came to this university. It wasn't as diverse as it is today. It shows growth. It shows love and a better understanding in terms of how we can build a society where we can all feel good about ourselves. Before I go any further, let me just thank my wife and my kids, because I couldn't do nothing without them. My life leading. And also I want to thank God, because God put me on a path and brought me through Texas and told me when I would return one day. Never knowing that you would come back to an institution that you might have had a little friction with, and to come back and receive the love that I received here on this campus upon my return. And then to see so many people in the audience that might have read about me or heard about me or what have you, to experience the love from you guys is monumental. But let me give you a little overview as to what this doctorate means to me, and I'm sure the degrees mean to each and every one of you sitting out there in the audience. As Doc said, Dr. Jones that is, about my learning disabilities as a youngster. I had learning disabilities, but I had a gift to excel regardless, to achieve the goals that I felt that I needed to achieve in life, and to be humble enough that I would be willing to share whatever I had along the way, whatever I picked up along the way. You individuals sitting out there today have that same opportunity to take what you received here at Texas A&M and spread it out to the world, and let them know the ingredients that made you what you picked up in this institution, to carry the banner of Texas A&M high and wide, to encourage young individuals to go to school, preferably your alma mater, but in any case, to push them towards education. You reach the highest levels of education, those of us that receive this doctoral degree. There's no other greater thing that you can write in your resume than to say, I've achieved the highest goal, and I'm no one in this society, no more, no less than you. If I can accomplish this goal, you can do the same. For all you parents, uncles, aunties, brothers and sisters in the audience, I know you've sacrificed a lot to have your children to go to college and to achieve the goals. Some of them took 10 years, some of them took a little less time. But the most important thing is, when they wave this degree high in the air, it doesn't just represent themselves, but it represents their entire family that supported them. I want you to know, through my voice right now, how gratified these young individuals sitting in this audience feel right now, and all the love and support that you've given them over the years to achieve this day. God, there's just so much I want to say, and there's so little time to say. I want to let you know this degree that I'm accepting today is not merely for me, but for all the guys that went to school with me, all the girls that went to school in East Texas State when things were not crystal clear in terms of what the outcome would be. All the superstar athletes that's no longer walking this earth, like Sam Walton, or Richard Houston, or Fred Williams, or Bill Gaines, Arthur James, all these individuals are a part of this. I can't forget Curtis Guyton, probably the first black individual to represent this institution and represented it well. I can no longer ever think that I'm just one entity of this institution here that will go out and fight the wrongs of society and try and make them better. I would think that everybody would have a little activism in their heart and their mind to realize that with these degrees you have the right to make this a better world. God bless you guys, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Dr. Carlos, thank you so much for coming back to Commerce. You've honored us by your presence and allowed us to express our appreciation to you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do. I know you have a busy schedule. You told me at lunch that you go home and change suitcases and then head for London to be part of the London Olympics, so that makes this visit all the more special. I know you've got a lot of great memories from Commerce and this university. I'd like to present you this small token as a special remembrance of this special day. Texas A&M University Commerce is committed to serving our military and veteran students. We are fortunate to have a special group of students in this graduating class whom we would like to commend for their service to our country. What our